Today we're going to talk about preparing for the stress of finals week. My name is Tracy Wright. I am one of the counselors here at Triton College. There are keys to achieving balance. During finals, that is an important thing to keep in mind. A successful path to achieve balance is based on 3 keys. First, effective goals. Second, a workable schedule. And third, evaluating and setting priorities. We will look at these different things during our time today. A good goal is intrinsic. It is meaningful to you and you are internally motivated to meet it. An intrinsic goal is where you're adopting goals for other people. Remember why you're going to college. You have almost finished the semester. Don't give up. Set your mind to finish well. Challenging, but realistic. Have you taken on more than you can juggle? During finals, you may need to set aside some things, but not sleep time, eating well, and other self-care. It's approach-oriented. The goal is framed positively. For example, I will study 9 hours this week to do well on my final exam, instead of, I need to study 9 hours this week so I don't fail the test. Do you hear the difference? The positive frame is important. Next is flexible. A good goal is not rigid. It is responsive to unexpected changes and challenges. Make sure to build in some cushion so you are not taken by surprise when that happens. A good goal is also harmonious. You are likely working on multiple goals simultaneously. Academics, personal, family, work, health, probably some others as well. Recruit others to help you with tasks that they can do during crunch time, like preparation for final exams. You don't want these goals to be in conflict. An over-ambitious goal in one area may impede your progress in another goal. For example, I will exercise a minimum of 7 hours a week. During this time, it may need to be 3 to 4 hours, not 7. I need to study a minimum of 4 hours a week to succeed in my course. During this time, you may need to plan more time to study. If you choose goals that complement each other, you are more likely to succeed at them. As final exams approach, you need to set a more realistic goal in other areas if you expect to have extra time to study. Here's a side note to consider. Did you know that you should plan to study 2 to 3 hours each week for each credit hour you're taking? Are you planning enough time during the semester? Next, create a workable schedule. Once you've set your goals, you need to plan how you'll accomplish your work. Chart your time, write it down, and follow the plan. This is when you lay out the big picture. When is each exam? What other activities and commitments do you have to fit in? It is important to map out the different areas of your life, academic, work, and personal, in one master plan for the next few weeks. Consider what time of day you are most able to focus. Plan to break up study times into chunks. Take time for yourself to de-stress. Take planned study breaks. Don't cram the night before your final exam. Work smarter. If you're a chronic multitasker, try to break the habit. Current research suggests that we reduce our productivity when we split our attention between many tasks. Try to focus on one task at a time. Try to minimize distractions and interruptions as much as you realistically can. Don't forget to take time to reward yourself. Managing so many competing commitments is intense. During the time just before and during final exams, your stress will be higher. Be sure to set aside time to acknowledge your hard work. Rest and reward yourself. Don't forget to put this in your plan. This is the fuel that will keep you on the path towards achieving your ultimate goal. Learning how to study can reduce stress at the end of the semester. Remember to tell yourself, I'm responsible for my success. If you have not done as well as you would have liked, you can make changes for next semester. Don't give up on these final exams. Do your best. If needed, learn to make changes. I want to share some study methods that work. Keeping and making a study schedule is very important. Studying in an appropriate setting, meaning the same time, same place, every day. The right surroundings will help you greatly. Your study desk or table should be in a quiet place, free from as many distractions as possible. Equip your study area with all the materials you need. With your materials at hand, you can study without interruption. Do not rely on inspiration for motivation. Can you imagine an athlete in training waiting for inspiration to strike in order to practice to prepare for an event? View your learning as training. Learning is intentional and must be planned for success. Keep a well-kept notebook. It will improve your grades. Knowing where to find your materials when you need them is crucial. Have all the information together in one place. This is vital for your success. Keep a careful record of your assignments. Make use of trade secrets. Study skills. Take good notes as insurance against forgetting. With notes, you can recall the main points in just a fraction of time. The time that you spend in note-taking is not lost. In fact, it's a time saver. Reviewing material frequently. A student who does not review material can forget 80% of what was learned in only 2 weeks. The first review should come shortly after the material is first presented and studied. Review again for continued retention. Less stress with test preparation. Here are a student's ideas for planning. Consider which classes need the most attention right now. Put them in order of most attention needed to least attention needed. This helps you avoid studying for classes that you don't need to and focus on the ones that you do. Make a to-do list. For each to-do item, make bullet points for each task. This avoids wasting time on activities that aren't as helpful for you. Make a study schedule, even if you don't have much time. Start the to-do list and be sure to prioritize the most important first. A student's ideas for studying. Rewrite notes by hand to build better retention. This works better than typing. If you're in a time crunch, read and highlight notes for key concepts. Then make bullet points for each concept. Make flashcards and go through them to learn. Quizlet is an app that may make this more time efficient. To check your understanding of concepts, explain the concept out loud. You may want to record it and listen to it. Use a stopwatch app on your phone. Break your study time into segments and specific tasks to do for each segment. Plan for short breaks. The stopwatch can help keep you on task. Be real about studying with others. It's a time to study, not socialize. Still take time to eat, drink water, sleep, and other routine self-care. Now, which of these ideas will you apply? For the upcoming final exams? For future coursework? Congratulate yourself on your success so far. This is a time to renew and establish a commitment to your college success. It's important to use stress reduction during high-pressure times like finals. Here are a few ideas. Chair yoga, breathing exercises for stress relief, tapping for stress relief. That's a technique that you may not have heard about, but is very effective. If you practice these, you could do a little of this in a quiet place before your exam to help you to take your exam with a good mindset. You might want to take a screenshot of this so you have some websites to reference to try some of these out. The graphic has other ideas: meditating, listening to music, exercising, playing with a pet, taking a nap. Spend some planned time with family and friends. Eat and sleep. Maybe the quick nap is a good idea. Remember to use our resources as you go through your academics to maximize your success. Here are some different centers that can be helpful to you. Our Academic Success Center, which provides tutoring and support. Academic advising, which helps with academic planning and support related to academics. Instructors, make sure that you utilize their office hours. Counselors, we focus on mental health and wellness. Student groups, you can get a list of those through Student Life. Triton has a lot of resources that you can use